Now, this is a huge announcement and it piggybacks well off my video on AMD yesterday when I talked about Lisa Su in CES 2023. She talked specifically about ChatGPT and the future of AI. Microsoft is in talks to invest $10 billion in ChatGPT, who's the owner of OpenAI. Now, this is a recent report that just came out last night. On this video today, I'm gonna break down all of the news and I'm gonna provide some thoughts and insights on what that could mean for both Microsoft as well as Google and other competitors. Let's get into it. So really quick, guys, if you don't know what ChatGPT is, just a quick overview here. Essentially a variant of OpenAI's popular GPT 3.5 language generation software. It's designed to carry out conversations with people. Some of its features include answering follow-up questions, challenging incorrect premises, rejecting inappropriate queries, even admitting mistakes. Okay, that's according to OpenAI's summary of the language model. So ChatGPT is trained on a lot of data. And Lisa Su last week in Vegas at CES, she talked about this specifically and how, the future of AI is going to require more and more computing power, more and more data centers, larger data centers, supercomputers. Let me just play that clip really quick for you to give you some insight about the CEO from AMD, Lisa Su, and what she thinks about ChatGPT and the future of AI.
And let me tell you what this means. MI300 can train much larger AI models faster, at lower costs, and with less power. And just to put this in perspective, over the holidays, there's been a lot of talk about, ChatGPT and what you can do with these large language models. What you probably didn't know is that it takes months to train on thousands of GPUs that consume millions of dollars of electricity. MI300 can reduce the time to train these models from months to weeks with dramatically lower energy costs. And more importantly, it can also support much, much larger models that can be used for even more advanced and more powerful AI services in the future.
So ChatGPT has all this data. It learned to recognize patterns that enable it to produce its own mimicking writing style. So you can ask it a question, ask it to write a story or an essay or a paper, and it'll spit out results. And I'm going to show you this a little bit later on in some examples here. Essentially, if you look at this, so Bern Elliott, he's the vice president of Gartner. He says OpenAI doesn't reveal what precise data was used for training ChatGPT. Generally, the information is crawled from the web using archived books, Wikipedia, and things like that. So Elliott said that for now, ChatGPT is more of a way for OpenAI to get free advertising. A publicity stunt is what he's saying here. While ChatGPT is free, OpenAI sells access, this is important, to underlying language and related AI models for businesses to use. Now, the future of cloud services, when you think of Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud Platform, when you think of Microsoft Azure, AI is going to be part of that. And I think they're going to sell more and more of these kind of bundled packages for AI for automated responses, whether that be for customer service or whatever it might be for, but you're going to see more and more of these AI language models. Now, this article right here is written by ChatGPT in the form of CNBC. So CNBC asked for it to write this, and it says, as of December 13th, 2022, ChatGPT, the new language processing AI from OpenAI, is making waves in the tech industry. The advanced model, which is trained to generate human-like text, is already being hailed as a game changer for businesses that rely on natural language processing. ChatGPT's ability to understand and respond to a wide range of topics have been particularly impressive, suggesting that it has potential to revolutionize the way we interact with technology. Many experts believe that ChatGPT advanced capabilities will be a valuable asset for companies in fields such as customer service, online education, and market research. One of the key advantages of ChatGPT is the ability to learn and adapt quickly to new information. This means that it can be trained to handle new topics and tasks without the need for extensive retraining. Additionally, ChatGPT is highly scalable, which makes it well suited for large-scale applications. So far, the response to ChatGPT has been overwhelmingly positive, with many praising its advanced capabilities and ease of use. It remains to be seen how ChatGPT will be used in the coming years, but it's clear it has the potential to be a major player in the world of natural language processing. Again, this was written by ChatGPT. All right, guys, lots more to come on this topic, but I need you to do me a favor. Please do subscribe to the channel and click that bell to get notifications. That way, as soon as I drop a new video, I've been doing daily videos. As soon as I drop a video, you'll get an alert and you can go check it out. I appreciate the support. Let's get this channel to 40,000 subscribers in 2023. Okay, so this is gonna put the valuation at $29 billion. And this article just came out yesterday, okay? So I wanted to cover this. And this is if you think about artificial intelligence, it's all the buzz right now, especially after CES last week. And this is just perfect timing to bring this to you right now. Microsoft last year unveiled plans to integrate image generation software from OpenAI into its search engine Bing. And of course, you know that Bing pretty much is a laggard and a failure compared to Google. Most people use Firefox or they use Chrome. They're not generally using Bing. Some people do, but I don't know anybody that uses Bing. So they're trying to improve that. A recent report from the Information said similar plans were underway for ChatGPT as Microsoft looks to take on the market leader Google Search. Now, a lot of this information, I think, it's part of the reason why Google stock has been under pressure. Not only because advertising is one of their key segments and that's under pressure in a tougher economy, but there's also a lot of buzz around disruption and what this could mean for Google longer term. So according to this report that came out last night, Microsoft's going to get 75% of OpenAI's profits until it recoups that $29 billion investment. After hitting that threshold, Microsoft would have a 49% stake in OpenAI, with other investors taking another 49%. So there's venture capitalists and things like that investing, and OpenAI's nonprofit parent getting 2%. When you think about this for Microsoft, $29 billion is a big price tag. So the question is, how are they going to make money off this? And the answer is, so Elon Musk asked the question, what's the average cost per chat? So you can try it for free, but then if you want more information, you want to go a little bit deeper, it charges you. And so Sam Altman, who's the founder here, averages probably single digits cents per chat, trying to figure out more precisely and how we can optimize it. A recent pitch by OpenAI to investors said the organization expects $200 million in revenue next year and $1 billion by 2024. Of course, you have to take that with a grain of salt because they're always going to probably sugarcoat those numbers. But OpenAI charges developers licensing its technology about a penny or a little more to generate 20,000 words of text and about 2 cents to create an image from a written prompt. So it doesn't seem like it's very expensive, but I guess it adds up if a lot of people are using it. There's over 1 million people using it already. It spends about a few cents. Now this is key. So Microsoft has Microsoft Azure Cloud Services, which powers ChatGPT. There's connections there with the founder, with Microsoft. Now, if you look at this, it spends about a few cents in computing power every time someone uses it, okay? So if they're using Microsoft servers, it makes sense to Microsoft to invest in, because if they can get hype around it, more people using it, it's more usage for their servers and it's more money for Microsoft Azure. All right, this is OpenAI's website, and we're gonna look at ChatGPT. I'm gonna actually do this for you. I'm gonna sample it for you. I'm gonna ask it a question and we're gonna get the results and see what it has to say. Well, guess what? ChatGPT is at capacity right now. There's so much buzz around this, the servers can't even keep up. And guess what? That's Microsoft Azure. So does it make sense Microsoft is trying to go after and buy this company, or a big portion of the company? It makes a lot of sense to me. So the concern here as an investor, though, is the cash burn. So OpenAI is spending a lot of money, basically, and they're trying to grow their business. The question is also, what's that look like for competition? How hard is it for someone else to mimic and do the exact same thing? Okay, next I'm gonna wrap up my final thoughts here. Before I do that, I need to announce this video is sponsored by The Motley Fool. And if you'd like to see the 10 best stocks to buy now, visit fool.com/firedupwealth. A reminder, they don't tell me what to make. I'm independent. They allow me to bring free content like this to you on YouTube. So check those guys out. They're a great partner. Also, you can check out our private community. It's patreon.com/firedupwealth. So final thoughts here. I'm gonna go over to the actual article and read some, because I think the author actually makes some really good points, and I want to cover those. Now, Elliott, when you think of Gartner, the person from Gartner, Elliott, that I mentioned earlier, he said that ChatGPT is more of a way for OpenAI to gain publicity and to show it's possible for large language models, as opposed to a useful piece of software for businesses to incorporate. And maybe that's true, but it's pushing the envelope. Anytime you have technology, it's going to be pushed, and this is taking it to the next step. So now we can improve off what's already been built, right? While ChatGPT is free, OpenAI sells access to its underlying language and related AI models for businesses to use. I mentioned earlier, I think more and more of these cloud services will sell these models. ChatGPT, as currently conceived, is a parlor trick, Elliott said. It's something that isn't actually going to solve what people need, unless what they need is sort of a distraction. So pretty strong words there. I'm not sure I'd necessarily agree, but I understand where he's coming from too. It has to kind of go to the next step, but you've got to start somewhere when you think of these language models. And again, the envelope will be pushed. So here's Reed's view. This is the article that dropped last night. $29 billion is a big valuation for OpenAI, a company that hasn't figured out its business model. And $10 billion is a big price tag for Microsoft shareholders. shareholders. Now, Microsoft is my number one holding, so I want to know about this and understand what's going on, right? Microsoft investment isn't much of a gamble. Now, I actually agree with it, especially if you understand that Microsoft Azure is powering all this, okay? ChatGPT is burning money. Each time someone engages with their chatbot, it costs the company a few cents in computing power, and the computing power is Microsoft Azure. This is according to Sam Altman. He's the CEO of OpenAI. OpenAI, of course, is the owner of ChatGPT. It's going to be spending most of it on Microsoft's cloud business, which is working hard to compete with Amazon Web Services. Amazon Web Services is the leader, Microsoft's number two. They're trying to take the crown. This could be big for them, right? Especially when you think of their ecosystem, you think of Bing and trying to compete against. So they're trying to compete with Google in their AI. When you think of AI models for, it could be home devices, it could be for the web chats and advertising. Then you've got Amazon trying to compete with several different areas, including Amazon Web Services. So it's these big tech giants jockeying for position. I've said this many times. These big tech providers, they're going to be key for AI. They're the cloud services behind AI, and they're going to sell AI components as well as time goes on. It's going to be a big deal for these companies, okay? So if OpenAI figures out how to make money on their products like ChatGPT. So I mentioned earlier that Microsoft's going to get 75% of the profits until it recoups its investment. So that is a pretty good deal. That helps sweeten the deal for me, at least. Beyond the financial risks and rewards of Microsoft, the bigger prize is that it gets to work alongside OpenAI, developing the technology on Microsoft's cloud, which instantly puts Microsoft at the forefront of what could be the most important consumer technology over the next decade. That's a huge opportunity for Microsoft, especially considering Google, a rival, has helped pioneer some of the technology used by OpenAI. Microsoft was also in talks to incorporate some of those features into other programs like Word, Outlook, and so on. This is a big deal, guys. I'm going to keep bringing more and more AI content to you. Make sure if you've not subscribed to the channel, do it now. Subscribe, click the bell to get notifications. Help me out. Drop me a like, drop me a comment. I appreciate your time and attention. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.